With the previous battles outside of our fortress cities, the Persians were repelled, forces were decimated, our men ran them down, scattering them to the wind. But with these Persian allies destroyed, the Achaemenid Empire has turned up and Darius has sent forward 3 full stacks to the slaughter. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to the Alexander the Great campaign. And can I just say, you guys are absolutely insane. I was expecting the previous video, to maybe hit 500 likes after a couple days. Nope, within like the first 15 hours of it, you guys had smashed the like target. So I want to say a massive thank you. And once again, guys, if you are enjoying this series, if this video gets 500 likes, you guys will get another episode promptly. I'll make sure to record it the next day whenever this video does hit that target, if this video does hit the target. It's just a nice way, I think, of you guys kind of letting me know that you still want to see the series, because Let's Plays do tend to drag on, so kind of when you guys get bored of it, I'm more than happy to call it a day on this campaign. And that looks kind of epic, right, with the clouds just slowly going across the screen. So I played a couple turns on from where we last left off, because we were kind of at a point in the campaign where I needed a couple turns to rebuild my forces and kind of reacclimate my armies after, our huge battles that we fought in the last episode. So I've gone ahead and reinforced. Alexander has come back across. We had to actually, ironically, retake back this province because I abandoned it to replenish Alexander in Greece, and then rebels spawned and took it, which was, not my intention, but we have reclaimed it, and Alexander is replenishing quite nicely right now. I think I built some more silver shields or something just to kind of prop up his army. As you can see, the Persians themselves have brought over some navies. Epirus in them 2 turns has also gone ham, conquering 2 provinces, and I'm going to let them do that, Obviously, we want to conquer all this land at some point, but for now, we need all the help we can get. So if Epirus wants to go ahead and conquer all this territory, I'm more than happy for them to do it, because they'll take some of the pressure off of us. As well as that, obviously, we are married into the Epirote family as well, so it's kind of like, they're just helping us in our own war effort, because this is a war to end all wars, that is for sure. We've obviously gone ahead and fortified our position right here. You can see this army is slowly becoming less Greek. Who is this led by as well? Is this anyone? This is Parmenion, right? No, this is Ptolemy, sorry. Yeah, Ptolemy's army is slowly becoming a little bit, less Greek, but that's fine. We can obviously reinforce that later on. Right now, we just need men. So I think Ptolemy and Parmenion are going to form up here, the duo, to kill all duos. They're going to form up here and, prepare themselves to take on the oncoming Persian armies. And then I really want to push on and take this walled settlement, because every walled settlement we take is kind of like pushing the enemy back. The zone of control blocks anyone from really getting past it, and it also acts as kind of like, a couple turns they'll have to siege it before they can even assault. So it's a really good position. So I think taking that province is going to be our next goal in the campaign, and that's going to be up to Ptolemy. Alexander himself is probably going to move around here and again continue to harass the coastline. I also liberated Pontus over here in the north to go ahead and try and bring some of the Armenian armies back and take a bit more pressure off of our kind of cities itself. So far things are looking pretty good for us. Our economy is booming. We are on medium taxes, but that's just because I have a lot of armies out there at the moment. Our food situation is good. Our technology is doing really good as well. We've got 163% research speed because of all my fleet commanders who give me a pretty juicy amount that you can see right here. They give me 12%, and I've got 2 of these guys and a few other generals as well, which really help out. So this is a very good one to grab up quite early on. So things are looking pretty good for us. So let's continue on. We will see what the Persians do. I'm expecting another big battle with the Persian Empire very, very soon. Okay, so I think it's now time to start moving our armies up. They're not technically completely replenished yet, and Alexander himself still needs a little bit of juice in his army. So I'm going to bring him up to Pergamon to try and bring up that. I think he will probably replenish next turn. It's just because down here we have literally no population. We've just drained it all. I'm going to stay out of the city though to try and make this region just a tad happier. We can probably go into patrol stance as well. That will help, reduce our upkeep and give us a little bit more money. As well as that, obviously we have some armies up here, so I think it's time, even though we're probably going to have a big battle against the Persians, I think we'll just take it, because I don't think this Persian army It probably could make it up here, actually, to be honest. So do we want to have like a huge battle, or do we want to bide our time a little bit more? We could maybe march southwards. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to move... Oh, we could actually attack them this turn with both armies. I love the movement range. We've leveled up our commanders so much. I think we definitely go in for this battle, because if we secure this region, because obviously Epirus lost both of these. I'm not sure if I said that. But yeah, Epirus lost both of these to the Persians. They took and liberated this. So ideally we want to maybe try and make this faction my client state, and continue just to conquer more and more land. But like something like this we probably want to take, because again it's a pretty valuable region, several ports, and yeah, I think there's a few good resources here somewhere. Maybe in, yeah, I mean that's part of this region. There's grain and there's iron, so it's not, I mean it's not a good region, but it's not the worst in the world, to be honest. But yeah, let's move in. We'll engage them. We could even starve them out for a turn or two. Or we could just auto-resolve it. I mean, what's the... Because we're going to get big battles. 73%. Do I really want to take that many casualties to wipe one stack? I mean, these armies aren't exactly great. I think we just auto this. You know, it's not bad casualties whatsoever. Yeah, let's do it. Let's auto it. We'll take a few, yeah, a few damages. Oh my god, we could loot it for so much money. I mean, that's realistically what I want to do with my navy. So yeah, I think we will just secure it. Oh, this has got an artillery place as well. We'll destroy it down to level 1, but we can actually recruit maybe some catapults here. Would be pretty huge. And yeah, I think the rest of this will keep the food building like so. Because they've got a full stack right here as well, and we're at war with these guys, right? Or not? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are at war with this faction right there. I don't know, we're at war with so many people, it's hard to... Yeah, we are at war with them. So, but I mean, if they attack me, we'd have a pretty good defense against them anyway. So, you know, we have 2 armies. These guys are replenishing double time as well. So, I think if they were to attack, we'd be able to repel both of these armies against 2 of ours. I think would be more than strong enough. And what we could even do as well, we could even bring up our fleet and stick them in port as well. Something I do actually want to do as well is I want to recruit a couple more naval leaders, because as you guys, or at least one more naval leader, as you guys can tell, you make a ton. Like, look at this right now. If I take this fleet out, look how much money I lose. So this guy is just providing me with some really good bonuses. You know, he's giving me what, 6% tax rate, 8% culture. He's reduced. I mean, this is all kind of passive anyway, but yeah, I mean, the extra 6 tax rate is just huge, right? So you want to maybe try and get another naval commander, someone that does boost up our commercial stuff, and this first guy does that. 15%, all local commerce, and that's kind of where we make most of our money. So welcome to the family, my dude. We'll just give you a small naval thing, and we'll stick you in. And you can already see, look at that! It's giving me an extra 600 gold. I definitely should make a guide for Divide Et Impera, because I think there's stuff like this that people don't really think about. I might make a top 5, or even just like a beginner's guide to Divide Et Impera, because there's a lot of stuff that I guess people don't really know about. And it probably would find like, that's an extra 600 gold. That's like 4 more elite units just straight off the bat. So let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see something kind of like helpful tips or a guide or top 5 things you should know before playing Divide Et Impera. I would, yeah, I'd be more than happy to give that a go. Well, something I really want to do as well is try and get these guys to become my client state. They just don't want to though, but maybe once they lose their army, they'd be more inclined to. So just a few more things to do before we end this turn. All my governors leveled up, which is pretty huge. You know, they do provide me with so many bonuses. So again, we'll continue to grow the tax rate. She's not deployed. She is deployed, but it didn't seem to boost up my income. Maybe it'll do it next turn. So once again, I think we just Empire maintenance or... Well, yeah, I guess Empire maintenance is what we want. Oh, well, were we doing something else? No, we weren't. That's not that great either, so... Yeah, I guess we'll just get Empire maintenance down a little bit. And then finally, over here... Oh, yeah, over here what we want to do is definitely boost the commercial stimulus, right? Do we have that going with him? No, commercial stimulus. Because that'll give us an extra couple hundred gold. And then, obviously, once we get up to max rank, it will absolutely kill. Perfect, that's all our level ups done. And I think that's good for our turn. We haven't really, you know, like, recruited much or done much. I'm hoping that... Because, like, I think we do have some... Yeah, we have 1,000 Greeks here. That's the Politides class. So I'm hoping that'll be enough to replenish. I think it will be, right? And it should just fire next turn. And then our armies, like, this is kind of a vulnerable city, but we can obviously, you know, maybe move Alexander there. Yeah, we'll probably end up moving Alexander here. We have to kill these Armenian armies at some point as well. So it's going to be, yeah, we're definitely going to have some big battles this episode for sure. The Oracle has spoken, giving us some pretty juicy bonuses. For 4 turns, we're getting 10% money from all sources. That's absolutely huge. As well as that, unfortunately, the King of Epirus has been slain by the Persians, leaving my sister husbandless and I guess ready to rule Epirus as a puppet in his place, because both their sons are definitely not of age. So I definitely feel like, you know, Epirus is my client state at this point. I'm not sure what one of their sons is actually going to be in control of that, but either way, you know, we are conquering that, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and class them as an ally. So yeah, unfortunately, they have been slain. As well as that, the annoying ass Persians actually came down and yeah, sacked Lydia again and conquered this territory. The Navy, I guess we have to leave a Navy stationed here, so Alexander's just going to come down, kill them out again, and just occupy it. I would probably, like, not mind making this into a client state. It's just that bonus we get from having the, by having the lighthouse here, or whatever it is, whatever, I don't even know what the wonder is, but whatever we have here, the mausoleum, gives such a huge bonus. 10% tax rate is just far too big to ignore. So once again, we'll just move up here. Alexander's replenishing as well, which is perfect. His army leveled up once again, so we'll definitely get this for 12% cheaper. Saves us 300 gold. And then we have a few other bonuses. What's the final war cry ability? I mean, that's a pretty big boost. 5% boost to all the skills, which is not bad. We do desperately want to improve our cavalry though, right? We want to get these guys up. So yeah, we'll boost up our cavalry to be a little bit more Alexanderish. We've already made him, you know, a proven leader and a dreaded commander, a commander of men. He's also a fierce warrior. So boosting this up is also probably a good idea at this point. And I guess he can start making his way like through here to meet up and take these guys on. Our armies over here are depleted, not really replenishing. I think what we can do now is that we can leave one army there just to garrison this, because if they are to attack us, I'm sure we'll be more than capable to withstand them. And I guess just a little bit more food maybe here is not a bad idea. I mean, we actually have got a lot of food, so maybe a little bit of industry, a little bit of manufacturing would be pretty good. And I guess what we're going to have to do is just leave my fleet in port there. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The Persians are going to be harassing in the Mediterranean until I can take out their ports, you know, until I can take these regions, stop them from being able to produce ships in the Mediterranean. They're going to keep on harassing me. But we can also do the exact same thing. So let's send our fleet out. Again, I want to try and just either sack and take all of these regions, or I want to liberate them. We did also complete an objective, I think, of taking a set amount of regions in Asia Minor. Mission successful, onwards towards invasion. So we've crossed into Asia Minor, and we're starting to push the Persians back. I'm not sure what exactly we held to complete that, but we did nonetheless, and we've obviously got, I think, another mission now to complete as well. Yeah, another objective to hold some provinces in Asia. Oh no, it was to take this. Okay, so by holding this, we completed that, and we got a ton of money because of that. So once again, we can probably turn down our taxes just a little bit. Does that improve our food? No, it doesn't. But yeah, we can turn down our taxes just to help out with happiness and improve public order and stuff. Alexander can also go, he can't go into patrol stance, but that's fine. So yeah, economically we're looking pretty good. Are we close to the next Imperium level? We're getting close to the next Imperium level, which will give us another 6 whole armies, meaning more governors, more fleets governors, and also, you know, just more military armies to start pushing back the enemy as well. At this point as well, our population should be looking pretty good. 10 turns, so that's quite a lot. I think we'll go boom there. So we can spend some of this money. We can upgrade our harbors as well if we wanted to. Or maybe a few more cities now that we have a little bit more money. The problem is, when it comes to cities, I'm always nervous for upgrading them, because you kind of click this button and you get them to start growing, and I do maybe a few more, and then in a couple turns I don't have the 70 food right there to take on all of this, and then all of a sudden all this food starts building up, and then I'm, you know, really far behind. So I like to more slowly improve my settlements just to make sure I don't run out of food quickly. We can upgrade that again. I swear we literally just did that, but either way, we can just do that. Maybe we could build like a garrison post here to give me more of a boost. I don't know what one it is, but I know it's one of these. We also maybe want to start revamping this region. Destroying this barracks wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe getting, maybe destroying this barracks and building like a trader in here and a winery here. Let's do that. Because the barracks is good, but I don't think I necessarily need to recruit men from Thrace. The population still has that amphitheater helping it. So let's destroy the barracks. We'll build a wine trader. And again, that should really start to pump the economy. It should really start to pump the economy in Thrace. Okay, so it looks like we have our first battle. One of the Persian forces have actually come out and attacked me just one-on-one. No reinforcements. There's no other Achaemenid empires coming, so this is straight up brawl. I mean, we don't have the best army, but we still have a Greek army, you know, at the end of, well, we don't really actually have a Greek army anymore, but, you know, for the most part, we still have some pikes. We're defending a city. Like, this is going to be a slaughter, so I don't expect you guys to see too much from this battle, but maybe a few bits here and there. So it seems like they are literally just going to funnel through this one choke point, which is really good for me because I don't really have a lot of men to cover every single side. We've got our weaker axemen on the front line, which are pretty good at, like, shock infantry, and they're basically just going to hold the line whilst my javelins and my Rhodian slingers and everything else I have at my disposal just unload on the enemy. Also, fun fact as well, in this battle we have the only garrisoning building in the entirety of Rome 2 Total War. I don't really know, I guess this was probably supposed to be a bigger feature when the game first came out, but they just never, I guess, got round to doing it. The game had so many problems that I assume that garrisoning buildings kind of just got thrown away, or maybe it was just literally ported from a previous game or something like that. So right now my cavalry is just coming in, clearing up a few of their lone missiles, which is good. I've already killed all of their missiles. Then we're going to wrap around and probably hit their archers. We'll throw in these silver shields as well, which are back here, or the bronze shields, sorry, which are up here. So we'll get the pikes up here now that their missiles have kind of used up a lot of their ammunition. We'll throw these guys in, and yeah, because the axemen aren't really going to hold. They're already starting to look a little bit low, but luckily these peltists as well are actually okay in melee, so they'll act as a screen for the rest of our force. Obviously we've taken, you know, a decent amount of fire already. It seems like for the most part our archers are doing a good job, so we'll continue to hit their general now. We could obviously also quite easily kill this unit of rogue spearmen, which are currently engaging my horses. If we just hit it from two sides, we should be able to bring it down. And obviously we also have some javelins as well, so the javelins help to weaken them out. Then obviously, yeah, moving around and hitting this is obviously also a pretty good idea. So let's bring the bronze shield pikes in, and then yeah, look to take them out. And we obviously also have all of this as well we can bring around. So it's going to be a pretty easy battle, I would say. Not really, you know, much needed. Oh yeah, also look how cool this is as well. There's a nice little side passage here, which I never really realised. And me and Darren, as I said, are going to be starting a brand new Divided Impera head-to-head, so if we ever come across stuff like this, I'm going to be a little bit more aware of it now, which will be very useful. But anyway, let's charge in and crush this poor unit. We will get revenge for the Romans at Karahi. Karahi? It's not Karahi, is it? I can't even remember. Kari? Kani? I don't know. Beautiful. Yep, see you later. You guys got demolished. I want to see that number drop from 123 to like 80. Oh no, my god, they just got slaughtered. Perfect. But yeah, anyway, we can really look to finish this bad boy off. Pikes go down. Oh yeah, also interesting tip for the guy who told me that forming into a pike phalanx reduces your missile block and that I shouldn't do it. That's actually wrong. I have spoken to the developer previously, and basically going into shield or pike phalanx or phalanx does actually give you more missile block. Even though it reduces the animation, that's not how Total War works, unfortunately. It does actually increase the stat. It's kind of just a stat applied to the unit. So I guess you could make it so that forming, it does reduce the stat, but in Divided Impera it doesn't. It actually gives you a little bit more melee defense, I guess, and range defense as well. So yeah, forming that is actually a good idea when you're receiving missile fire, even if it does maybe seem a little bit weird. That's just kind of how it works. So let's just close in now. Their general is routed, I guess. Yeah, the general's been routed, so now we should just be able to move in and, yeah, finish these guys off and move on to the next battle. Because I'm hoping to make this one a fairly longish episode, like close to an hour maybe. Oh no, the Persians are crumbling. Look at them just starting to mass rout. We threw in our general as well. We'll pop off a nice rally and inspire. Because the inspire affects the same people. I just wanted to check that out. And now they are just routing away. Yeah, they've barely got anything left, so we should just be able to close in. And there you go, a huge rout now. There's a lot of them left, but yeah, none are going to remain. I'm going to make sure I chase these guys down because there's about 600 Achaemenid Empire cavalrymen and infantry and archers waiting to pounce on me. So obviously reducing my casualties here and making sure that this army does not live to fight another day is probably pretty important. And you can already see there is no escape for them. A few are, you know, scattering through, but that's what these guys are for now. So we'll clear them out and then I guess prepare ourselves for any more oncoming armies. So, funny story, I accidentally clicked to quit the game at the end of that battle instead of clicking to quit the battle itself. So, we ended up having to reload the autosave, and for some reason that army didn't attack us and instead the Persians did. But we did defeat them, and it was just kind of the same battle, so I didn't really feel the need to show you guys we can. But maybe they will attack us again and we'll have to defeat both armies. I mean, either way, killing a Persian army one-on-one is kind of good for us anyway, so it wasn't the end of the world. It was just kind of a bit annoying after all of that. They want a non-aggression. I mean, I want them to become my client state. Oh, they've already become clients. No, they're just military allies. Yeah, I'd love for you guys to become my client state, if I'm honest. A defensive ally. You wouldn't do that. You just want a non-aggression and that's it. Sure. We'll have a non-aggression and hopefully we can make them into our client state. Because I wouldn't mind having a few kind of defensive allies on our frontiers. Just, you know, kind of absorbing an army or two, making them have to take a turn of attrition or a turn of replenishment, you know, kind of just grinding them down a bit more so I have to do a bit less, because obviously we're quite heavily focused on the frontier right now, and we're obviously also going to be, are they going to attack us now? They're going to attack us as well, but I'm probably going to fight this battle just completely off camera because, once again, it's going to be exactly the same. But this is good, you know, it's a few more of our armies defeated, a bit more experience as well for Ptolemy, who is already an amazing commander. So yeah, I'll fight this off camera, and then I'll bring it back to you guys when it's our next turn. Okay, so that was an easy battle. You guys didn't miss much. It was literally just the same thing over and over again. You know, we just basically wiped away their army like we did the others. I pushed Alexander up, so Alexander, I think, is going to come in here. I also took this off. I thought I was actually recording, but I wasn't, which was my bad. But literally all you missed was us just taking this region in a pretty deadly auto-resolve. I just wanted to quickly secure it. And I guess a supply pit here wouldn't actually be that bad. But I might just pick up the amphitheater to keep public order going and keep happiness alive for now. We can always come back and revamp it at a later time. Construction cost and industry, honestly, isn't bad. But again, let's just go ahead and focus a little bit more on boosting that up. We're spending a lot of our money right now, but luckily we have a very good set. Oh, this is more of like an industry town. So if there's something that gives me more industry, there's a civil settlement, upkeep for local armies. That's actually kind of useful. Money from commerce, we don't really need that. So yeah, screw it. We'll do that. We'll build that. So yeah, nice. We're pushing a little bit deeper now. And as well as that, this faction right here, the Cappadocians, are really low on cities now. And if we reduce their cities, and that's going to be huge, because every faction in Divided Impera can generally recruit a lot of armies. I think it's for every city they hold, they can generally recruit around about 1 to 2 armies up to their Imperium level cap. So for example, our Imperium level cap right now is 6. Is 6 full stacks, and we've got a few of them armies into governors and other stuff, so the AI will tend to have a lot more armies. But if we can kill this faction, then it means that just takes away like 6 full stacks from the enemy alliance, which is huge. I also sieged this city is here, but I'm probably going to fight this one off camera because it's not going to be a fun one to fight, but I know I can win it, and I doubt you guys would want to see me do it. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to fight that off camera, and I'll probably liberate it again to bring back the Armenian armies, which I still haven't killed. And then obviously we have our armies building up here. We have Parmenion, Ptolemy obviously after that huge victory, and then Alexander's going to come in and probably capitalize on this by maybe taking this region and moving on. And I guess what we should probably do as well is, because we have the money, just recruit a couple more ships to our disposal. We're researching this right now that gives us an extra recruitment slot for naval units, and also reduces the upkeep of our fleet, which is good. We obviously also are going to be getting this completion bonus, which gives us a bunch of extra bonuses, which again is very, very nice, and it adds up. 3% doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, it tends to kind of cut down, you know, if you're on the threshold of recruiting soldiers at a if you get on the threshold of like 2 turns or 3 turns of an army replenishing, it really adds up and kind of allows you to save an extra turn here and there. So definitely useful. So yeah, I'm going to fight this, and then I'll probably see you guys when the next interesting thing happens in the campaign. Boom, another day, another victory. The fleet only literally just won that battle, though. It was a very, very close engagement, and I was honestly lucky to win. So what we can do, Pontus doesn't actually start off immediately at war with the enemy, so what I might do is I might leave them out for war in the hopes that the AI will just pull back and kind of move out elsewhere. I think that would be kind of the smartest thing to do. So let's get them to pay us for trade really quickly so we can just gain ourselves a little bit extra cash. It's always a nice way. They're basically a cash cow at the beginning of the game right there. We get trade with them as well. So with Pontus being, we can obviously get them into the war a little bit later on, but hopefully this will force the Armenian armies to go like kind of back and attack me from more just basically just from one direction more than from multiple, I think is the best like kind of course of action. And obviously having, you know, less coastal provinces, and I can trade, I get an extra 200 gold from them. It's going to be really useful economically, and I'm sure eventually we'll be able to force them into becoming our client state or something a little bit later on and using them against the war. I'm actually going to go down to the lowest taxes to just try and encourage as much growth as physically possible. Yeah, I think encouraging growth is going to be great, and then we need to probably unlock the next tier of cities, which is this. So after we've done this for 4 turns, we'll then focus all of our research efforts on getting to the level 3 tier 3 cities. That'll be huge, and then we'll continue on from there because population plateaus at a certain level. So you want to obviously go ahead. Oh my god, look how many people we're recruiting every single turn in this region. That's insane. We're getting 250 warrior class in these 4 cities. What is Pella like? Yeah, Pella's kind of stagnating at the moment. But no, not even. Pella's getting a huge boost. Yeah, our population is juicy. As soon as we hit our next reform level, we're going to be able to recruit some big armies and then just throw them in against the Persians. Reinforcements will find their way to Alexander. Don't you worry. Okay, so looking at the scenario right now, we've got a few more armies approaching us, but I think for the most part, this city would hold against however many more stacks, so we're actually replenishing more than we had beforehand. Maybe a few less units here and there, but we're actually looking pretty good for the most part along that. The Armenians have fallen back through this, and they're going to obviously try and focus us down here. But once again, we're looking okay. In a walled settlement, there's no way they're going to be able to take it at all. Meaning we can also move our spy up a little bit more as well. We can actually go and explore a little bit more, get a bit more vision of the surrounding areas. Okay, that's actually beyond useful right there, because I was probably going to go in and try and take this town, but I think now we maybe just move in down south and clear out these armies. This is obviously just a rebellion, which we'll quickly kill. And then I think what we'll do is we'll probably move on and just take on these armies, right? Yeah, we'll just move on and slaughter these armies really quickly. Take a few casualties, but that'll be both these armies done. And Alexander obviously will be victorious there, wiping out both of them. No, one does retreat. So, I mean, that's pretty good, right? We could move on to Taros, or we could continue to move on. We've got a pretty nice battle line right now. I mean, realistically, I want this army to replenish, and we want to deal with these 2 Persian stacks. But, I mean, for the most part, the AI really doesn't have that much left on. I mean, they still have a lot left, don't get me wrong. And we've still got all of this to conquer. We've got the Egyptians to deal with, and so on and so on. But we've kind of done a really good, push forward. We've reconquered back this episode. We've conquered this, and defeated a lot of armies. I'll probably still do maybe a couple more turns though before we do call it quits. I'm pretty tempted to move on and just take this army out now, but I think what we'll do is we will just move back because it'll be safe. We'll secure the city. We get a huge amount of replenishment next turn, which will put a lot of these units into the green. And then maybe we can move out and decide where we attack. I imagine up here in the north, though, we will probably be sieged. We probably will. But I think one more turn, 2 more towns, and we should hit the next Imperium level. And then the armies can pour out. Because on normal taxes, we have 9 grand in the bank. So that's pretty wild. And I mean, for the most part, most of our cities are happy. Oh yeah, we can also tax this again if we wanted to. How much more money does that give us? Only 181 gold. Literally no point in doing that. That's fine. We can just leave it as is for now. I think for the most part, the cities are looking good. That's going to be done in a couple of turns, which is all good. The Spartans are moving. Hopefully they'll come and aid us. I think what we will do as well is we'll continue to improve the food. Again, something to be very careful of when you are upgrading these is to check it out. Because at the moment, this doesn't give me any negatives. However, when I upgrade it, it starts to give public order issues and squalor as well. And that's why it's important to build stuff like amphitheaters. Because it kind of proof defends your city for the future. Safe proofs. Future proofs is the word I was looking for. It future-proofs the cities for the future because it just gives you that little boost of happiness along with all the huge population bonuses. Like amphitheaters are a must, I think, in main cities. But yeah, we'll continue to do that so we can just keep on building up our food. We should just be pumping out people. Like the taxes are so low that people should just be flooding into our cities, which is good. Yeah, nice. Okay, perfect. Well, our armies are all set up. We could also maybe replenish some men out. Oh, no, yeah, it's because of these guys are here. That's fine, though. Oh, yeah, look at our economy as well. Boost back up. It literally gives us so much money for being in the port. It affects public order, but the public order is so happy here. Oh, my God. Probably because of all the characters. Yeah, characters are giving plus 30 public order. Again, another reason to have governors in our cities. So, yeah, let's just end the turn, see what they do. Maybe they'll attack Alexandria. If they do, we'll have another huge battle. And if not, I think we'll just take our replenishment and then move on them. So the Persian Navy has come in and attacked me. It kind of looks like Darius, I'm not going to lie. But they've come in and attacked me. Again, I probably should have maybe built a bit of a stronger Navy here. Because it's such an important, it gives me 10% tax rate. But we'll fight this one, and I'll leave this one on camera. You guys were saying you wanted to see a naval battle or two. I mean, honestly, they're pretty boring. All it is right-clicking and hitting in. There's no real strategy involved. It's just hoping your ships are better than their ships. But, you know, even if we don't necessarily win this, I think we will be able to win this. But even if we won't necessarily win this, we'll be able to sink the majority of the Persian fleet in the Mediterranean. So that's also obviously going to be a bonus. Okay, so probably what I'll do is just show you guys the actual naval battle itself. And then if we lose all our ships, then we'll probably just move ahead. But basically, we're just going to try and ram in and kill as many of their ships as possible. I think actually... Oh, wow, their ships are cool. This green, like, tint on it looks really awesome. They've got a lot of bowmen. I'm going to be hitting my ships, but hopefully we'll just be able to come in. Our shields will protect us a little bit. And all we're looking to do is ram them, you know. We have the whole upgrades, which is nice. So as I said, all we're looking to do is just ram and sink as many ships as possible. But they've also got a lot of arrow fire, which might just straight up rout us. We'll have to see. Here we go. First little naval engagement popping off. Our ships are bigger, which obviously is a huge bonus. Unfortunately, though, we didn't sink a single ship on the hit. That's bad. Maybe I should have twosed up on them and tried to take out a couple ships at the same time. Not sinking the ships, though, is huge. Because the thing is, now we're kind of just stuck. I guess maybe we try and board a few of their ships, because they do just have archers. Yeah, now we're just kind of stuck in the water. And this is a problem with naval battles. There's no, like... That's it. And we still aren't sinking these ships. Oh, my God. They're close to going down, but... I can't believe we're still not sinking these ships. That's really bad. It takes over 3 hits to ram them. That's yeah, finally sunk one. Okay, well this we're gonna be slaughtered here. We're gonna have to send an army or something back here to take this back and defeat this navy. I literally can't believe it took us 3 hits. I know our navy isn't exactly big, but come on, I was expecting their ships to go down fairly quickly. Yeah, again, this one is still not even down. Okay, we need to invest on a bigger navy here because right now we are sucking. Luckily, that one went down. Yeah, but that's about it. I mean, that's kind of it for the naval battle now, and that's it for the overall battle because maybe we can sink one more ship if we can just backpedal out and go back in. No, just go this way. Just go this way. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be it. We also have this ship as well. Maybe we can try and sink. I was leaving this back to kind of try and shoot them a bit, but... I didn't really pay off either. Yeah, I mean, we sunk a few ships. This ship would have been nice to have, but I imagine the ram on this ship does a lot more damage. Especially with the archers as well. Yeah, actually one-hit ships. Okay. I should have brought this one up because this would have been massive. A lot of their ships are probably wounded as well already. We're on fire and we've been boarded. That's it. Yeah, I mean, we sunk a decent portion of the Persian Navy, but we are going to have to dispatch an army back here to kind of recapture the settlement. So yeah, I think more investment on our navy is needed. Okay, the Persians have come with full force after obviously we lost that city. They actually client stated it, which is really annoying because now we're going to have to defeat an army and reconquer it. But anyway, the Persians have come in for a huge force. However, that is where we're going to leave this episode. So if you guys want to see the result of this, it's a huge battle. We have Ptolemy, we have Alexander involved, and a garrison. I mean, it's going to be huge. I think we've got this battle, but it is against the Persians. Their infantry is better than the previous client state or satrapy armies we have been fighting. So it's going to be a big battle. It's actually a siege battle as well. This is going to be a slaughter. This will be a really fun battle though, guys. Like, I'm not just shooting my own horns that you guys like the video, but we'll have an army in the city, and then we'll have Alexander outside the city coming in as reinforcements. So it's actually going to be pretty crazy. So yeah, if you want to see that, drop a like. 500 likes, you guys will get yourself another episode. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.